So I'm down here on the floor because I'm with my baby here, Solar. And I'm doing it because today's her 4th birthday. And so I've showed Solar like every videos and stuff I made with her, but I never talked about her. And I never showed a story of how we actually got her or how I met her. So first off, she's very anxious because she can smell I have treats. So I know you want a treat. So here you go. And don't run off and leave while I talk about you. Okay. So, and you ran off while I'm talking about you. Well, I haven't never changed my pocket. She'll come back. So, how did we get her? So, she was born July 14th of 2019, and we got her when she was about 6 months old. So, it was January of 2020. Now, I had no clue that we got a dog because this was first when I started SBI, and, I live 2 hours from my house. And it's one of those things where my mom, if she doesn't want to tell me something, she won't tell me about it over the phone. So they had Soul for about 2 weeks or so, and I was supposed to go home the middle of January, but it just so happened that Jam we had this giant snowstorm, and we had to stay at school for 4 weeks straight, and everyone was freaking out like the world was gonna end. I still never thought it was pretty funny, but I didn't really get homesick, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. And so my parents come up and see me, and they come up and see me on January 20th, yeah. And they're like, oh, look what we have here. So they take me outside to the car, and then the dog jumps on. I'm like, what the heck? Where'd this dog come from? And they're like, oh, this is our new dog, Solar. And the only reason I remember was January 20th when I met her, because that was the day Kobe Bryant died in the helicopter accident. And so I was just distraught all day. And then my brother comes up to me because he came with my parents. And he's like, did you hear Kobe Bryant died? I'm like, yeah, I can't believe it. Crazy. So I met her like mourning the death of my favorite basketball player, and then I just had this random dog just jumping out at me. But she's a sweetheart. Solar is the greatest. Like, I would be her personal chew toy, and she scratched me, and I love when she like sweeps on the foot of my bed. And my dad hates it when she sweeps on the foot of my bed because he's the one that had to wash the sheets and she sheds. But I absolutely love sweeping with my dog. The only girl that probably will ever sweep with me willingly. Solar, come back, have another treat. Solar, another treat. Good girl. So she's 4, and she's amazing. So yeah, she's just the absolute sweetest dog ever. She rarely barks inside the house though. Like, I love how like when she's outside, like she barks as much as she wants, but when she's inside, she is quiet as heck. And another thing I like about her, well, not like about her, she'll just pick the most random spot to lay. So she'll lay right in the middle of the hallway, which wouldn't be a problem, but my mom and I can't see. And I walk at a very brisk pace, so I'm walking fast to get a snack or something from the kitchen, or walk to the bathroom, and I trip over my dog, and I feel so bad because I step on her. And it's the worst feeling ever when you trip over your dog unintentionally, like you didn't mean to step on her. But, she always forgives me. She's the greatest. I love you, Solar.